Alright, so today I have a couple of related information regarding my topic recently. It's about the keyboards and how you're going to use it. So bear in mind again that I have adjusted my workspace based on my recent injury last year, which is a spinal cord injury. So I replaced some of my stuff on my table for specific items that I will be using that would adapt to me. And I was talking a lot about keyboards, and mostly I started the channel because I collected keyboards, I customized keyboards a lot before, and I really like peripherals for work, right? I started the channel because most people are having problems, most especially here in the Philippines, about getting some of these items before, but now it has been improving a lot because of the advent of the internet and online shopping. So, yeah, if you heard about certain things like what do you call this, um, Steam Deck, all of those things that you use for productivity, editing videos, editing photos, and all those sort of stuff, those are really useful but quite expensive, right? And then the next best thing for you is to use macro switches. Some of the keyboards can be customized that way, so you can do those macro things on those devices. For me, I did try out the Steam Desk. It was quite overkill for me, so I opted to use this one, which is the Sense Remote. I'm not sure yet. I can't recall if I did review this before, but I use this to connect to my apps. The good thing about this one is it does have the LCD for the buttons, so that I can check what I'm using, right? And then I can program this, specifically the dials here. We have the dial here, and then a button in the middle, and then a button here. I can use it wired or wireless depending on how I would use it. But this is also quite pricey, right? Not as pricey as the Steam Deck, but a little bit pricey, right? But the good thing about this is once you programmed it, you can forget about it. Or once you have set it up, you can forget about it. So basically, once you switch app, for example, Photoshop, it's gonna switch all of the switches here to the Photoshop tools that you like, and then you can press the button, for example, and then you can choose what set it belongs to, and then the colors here on the wheel can change so that you can visually identify what kind of controls you have for that particular app. And then you can program other apps as well. So right now I have programmed it for a regular use, which is the desktop use and the browser use. So we have YouTube here, general meeting controls, Google Meet controls. So for example, I use the browser, for example. It's changing itself, right? You see there, it's now changing itself to Google Meet, right? Because I'm on my meeting link right now. So if I close that up or minimize it, it's gonna go back to whatever I'm using or the regular things I use. So this is very, very helpful. But this review is not about, or this video is not about this. I'm just giving you a backgrounder. But those kind of things are very steep. And some keyboards do have macro keys on the side. I do have the G613 from Logitech. Pretty good keyboard, but really huge, really, really wide. But it's really, really efficient for that as well. So you have macro keys on that one as well. But today I have a couple of things. This one I'm gonna review later. This is for my kid, and this one is for my viewers, right? So if you don't have a budget but you want to be able to experience those kind of things like macro controls, but you do have an existing setup, whether you have a laptop, a notebook PC, or a desktop that you already have, and you don't want to be able to spend a lot of money. I'm just turning this off now. And you want some kind of functionality similar to that, then I recommend this one, right? This is very affordable. It cost me about, probably, let's say, it wouldn't even cost $10. I think it's about $6 or $5, and you can get it for $4 as well, depending on where you get it from and the shipping fees, of course. But this is basically, there's no branding to it. You can identify it by using Google Lens, and there's a lot of versions of this. But this one I ordered for me, so this is a macro keyboard as well, and you can see it includes a long cable for your For your attachment, I do have already the USB-C cable on my table, so I won't need this. I'm just keeping this. And then these macro keys, I chose white. They have black, so I chose white. Right, as you can see, it has the knob as well. And this is basically an analog knob, but it works as a digital knob for your volume control, for example, scrubbing, for example, same way as this one, right? And it goes on and on. It doesn't have a stop portion to it, and it has a little bit of, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm just putting it near the microphone, and it does have a sort of clicky sound there when you turn the wheel, the knob. You can feel it. It's really well made. The body is also well made, as you can see here. It's transparent and well made. And then you have the switches. So basically, it's hot swappable as well. And then the bottom one, it's like what do you call this? It's like a homemade thing, right? A homemade controller. And you do have the USB-C port, which is good. It's already in USB-C. And again, this is the sound of the key. So it has a switch. I chose red, which is the clicky one, as you can hear. I'm gonna put it near the microphone a little bit soon. And then you can pull out the keycaps, so as you can see there. Right, so that's white. I will have a bonus part of this video, which I'm gonna show you later once I finish reviewing this. So I'm keeping my mouth shut so you can hear the sound of this switch and this keycap, right? So I'm just gonna put it near the microphone so you can hear. So it sounds pretty good, right? Pretty decent. The only downfall you might expect for this one, because it's sort of an off-brand kind of thing, the main advantage why Steam Deck and similar software, similar macro keys or controllers that you have like this one, is the software. You're paying a lot for the software, right? Because it's pretty intuitive, as you see here on this version. I really loved it. As opposed to my Steam Deck, because it's a set and forget. Steam Deck can also do that for certain setups, but for me, this has worked for me really well. It's really compact. I can carry it in my pocket. I can even carry it in my bed. Use the keys for left click, right click. I can use the keys for my scrolling and whatnot. Many uses that I can use for that one. So I won't talk about it, but for this one, you can also program the keys to whatever you like, right? And make use of this as a volume key, for example, or a scrubber, for example. The only downfall, again, as I said on this one, is because it's unbranded. As you can see here in the box, there's no sort of manual. You have to search for the actual software for this. And the software for this is a bit clunky. Like it's like a Windows 98 or something. It's like old interface, and it's quite hard to understand at first, but there's a lot of tutorials on it online that you can use to be able to set this up and set up your macros, right? So that's the main problem with these kind of things. The software is not as intuitive as you would like it. So for the second part of my video, because I'm always making sure that my video is at least under 20 minutes or 15 minutes if I can. But I did have a longer video about keyboards because that was a long question that I had to answer for a while. So again, I ordered this keycap. As you know, I'm an Iron Man kind of freak. Not freak, I like Iron Man mainly because, like Batman, I like Batman as well because they're humans with technology and they're using technology to their advantage. They're actually just human and very intelligent, physically fit, those kind of people. So I ordered this keycap, and my kid actually asked if this is 3D printed. I think so, because I can see 3D print lines, and then the edges are not as nice. It's okay, right? It's okay, but not as nice as I would like it to be. And then as you see here, there's kind of a problem here on the hole, which I need to clean up. Same way with this one. I like this one better, right? But these are all 3D printed, right? I ordered it from the same shop I ordered from some of the 3D printed stuff. So I asked this one made so that I can replace this keycaps here, right? So I can use customize This one has a problem with the hole, so I'm just gonna clean up that later. But this one is cleaner, so it won't have any problems. Right? There you go. So now I have my keys. It's a little indented and raised than what the preset buttons have. But as you can see, it looks better now with the customized keycap, right? So yeah, as you can see, the switches can be pulled out, right? And you can replace your keys. If you have better keys than what it currently has, then you can replace that one. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool macro keyboard. You just need a couple of things to be able to program it, but generally it's really nice. This is kind of loose, so you have to be able to pull it out first and then just fix it in, right? So basically that's it for this review. I'm gonna clean this up later and add it in there. I'm just gonna clean this hole, 3D print hole, and I'm gonna fit it here, right? So thanks for watching. If you have questions, put it in the comment area. I'm gonna be sure I'm gonna reply to all of them. It might take some time to get to all of your questions, but some of my videos have longer comments, longer questions. Some of them don't. So just leave your questions, and I'm gonna be sure to answer them when I get to it. Right? So keep on subscribing, keep on watching, and keep being you. Bye bye.